Hi, and welcome KCIW listeners at 100.7 KCIW.org, Brookings, Oregon, and syndicated listeners at KZZH 96.7 FM, Access Humboldt in Eureka, California. This is Joyously Free, radio with me, Joni Lindenmeyer, the best-selling author of None Better, an amazing love story. I'm so glad that you are tuning in today. I'm a 34-year resident of Harbor, Oregon, a retired Del Norte High School teacher, and an author who has published 3 books in 2 years and created an audiobook in my own voice of my memoir, None Better. I love life and love being the producer and host of this fabulous, inspiring show. So let's begin with our morning salutation. I'll say it's a brand new day, and you get to respond with, it's never been lived before. Here we go. It's a brand new day.
It's never been lived before.
Ooh, yes, I love it when my guests, my friends get to click in right away. Yes, it is a brand new day. So this Gadio show, as Will and Viv named it, is a show that talks about LGBTQ plus stories and tips, along with religion, church, faith, spirituality, and joy. Yes, simply said, the purpose of the show is to share, radiate, and spread abundant joy and freedom, hence the title of my book, Joyously Free. It is also one that I co-authored with Elizabeth Ann Atkins of Two Sisters Writing. So as in my life, as in this radio broadcast, every single day, there will be no hate speech, no hate behaviors, and no bullying. It will be blasted with the 3 C's, courage, confidence, and collaboration. And you're going to hear that today from our speaker. So let's together seek understanding, think out of the box, or no boxes at all. Keep an open mind as an open parachute. Well, with every show, you know how I like to start, a prayer or a quote. So let's open our hearts. We ask our Creator to shine light on our community and our world. I excitedly believe in hope, in the power of the divine, and that Jesus, God, Spirit, whatever name you put on a higher being, is always with me and always with you. So be not afraid or troubled, saddened or depressed. Joy and peace are an internal expression of love and harmony that is already within us, and we only have to reach deep within and let it out, because love is abundant and everlasting. So let's center ourselves. Take a deep breath in with the good and out with any doubt. Again, breathe in through your nose with hope and out from your mouth with fears. Last one. Take a big, deep breath in with joy and out with worry or despair. In the name of Mother Earth, God our Creator, Jesus our Redeemer, and the blowing winds of the Holy Spirit, we say, good morning. Hi, Jesus. Hi, God. Hi, Spirit. Thank you for being with us today. Well, guess what, everybody? I read this quote today for my morning readings, and it just so fit with my friend, my guest speaker today. Here goes the quote. The sun shines so much brighter when I see your smile. Oh, my gollies, that just hit me in my heart and just beamed my own smile. Oh, my quick reflections are this. Yes, when you look at somebody you admire, you like, and you see their smile, it is so much brighter than the sunshine. And that's my reflection. So be the sunshine, be the smile, and appreciate everybody's smile in our community today, wherever you go. Oh, let us end our morning prayer by lifting up our friends and family. May they find guidance and healing. Holy One, thank you for helping us to be better people every single day. Bless us to do your will. We say all of this. Amen. Well, everybody, okay. I've known this person through pickleball and through some other things, but I want to introduce you to Tammy Bizzle, also known as Tamara for some of you, but I call her Tammy, my friend. She is the owner of Pithitude down in the Port of Brookings. She's an author, an artist of a weekly comic strip that cracks me up every time I look at it, and I love your creation of your artwork. And soon it will be published in a book. She's a friend and a picklebar compadre. And our topic today, picked by Tammy, joy in moments. Tammy, how you doing today?
I'm great, Joni. Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And you exude joy. You exude joy. So I think this is going to be an easy flowing topic.
That's great. Well, when you said that about not so much my smile, but enjoying everybody else's smiles, it immediately reminded me of when I moved to Brookings 8 years ago.
Oh.
Because I came from Spokane, in eastern Washington, and besides the snow, it was kind of known for people not making a lot of eye contact.
Oh.
And here in Brookings, one of the first things that my husband Ace and I noticed was that everybody looked at each other. They smiled at each other. They held doors open for each other. They caused traffic backups on the 101 because they would wait for each other to pull out of a driveway. And just that noticing and that instant connection that people make here has made my life here so much warmer.
Awesome. That kindness.
Yes,
And that
the
exudes
kindness.
out of you and Ace, both of you.
Thank you.
Oh, my gollies. So 8 years ago, you came here from Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you here, Tammy?
Snow.
The lack of snow, you mean?
Yes, the lack of snow. I mean, yes, it rains here a lot, but you never have to shovel it. Mm-hmm. And in Spokane, when the snow starts falling, it doesn't go away for months. Mm-hmm. It is just there. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to live here? It's so beautiful. We love to hike. We love the sunshine. I love all the colors of green. We spent a week in Texas in this last January.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't stand it. Nothing against the people in Texas. They were great, but it's brown there. And I needed my greenery and my ocean air and my sunshine. And I love Brookings.
And that gives you the joy, the life.
It does. It makes a difference every day.
Your environment makes a big impact. And the thing is, you got to choose to come here.
I did. I did.
And that's really, really cool right there. Have you lived in other locations?
North of Seattle, but I'm originally from Eugene. I've been trying to get back to Oregon for decades.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're here.
And I'm here.
You're here.
We made it happen.
Yes, right on. And that's a good point right there. You made it happen. Mm-hmm. So you had some dreams, you had some goals, and here you are.
Yes.
So speaking of dreams and goals, talk to me about your wonderful store, Pithitudes, down in the port of Brookings Harbor.
So Pithitude was born out of grief. And it is proof that laughter heals. And that's why I wanted to talk about joy in moments, because Pithitude means pithy plus attitude. And pithy is short and to the point, plus your attitude. So it is a little bit snarky, but humor doesn't always have to be all la sunshine and rainbows. I've never claimed to be Hallmark. But what happens in humor is it comes out of surprise. Something unexpected, and that is where uncontrollable laughter comes from, is that surprise. And so having gone through those moments of healing through laughter, even though it started out dark, it got easier and it got more frequent and it got more shared. And that was where my business came from. And people want to be that person that has an effect on someone else. Mm-hmm. Even if they're not going through a hard time, they want to incite that reaction in people that they care about. And so that's where I actually do provide a service, in that I give them an opportunity to have that shared laughter.
You sure do. You sure do. Oh, my gosh. And when you walk in your store, first off, the color is fabulous. And so let's go to your artwork then, because you are the artist in everything you produce in your store, correct?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
I did not grow up as an artist. I didn't start drawing till I was 40. I was not even...
And you're only 41 now.
Yeah. 57 for the record.
Okay.
I wasn't even a doodler. I was always a crafter. I was always a maker. But the drawing didn't start until I was unexpectedly widowed at age 41. And I started doodling these funny little snarky comments and trying to make a picture to go with them, to make these little buttons. And that was actually what I started with on my Etsy store, was these little buttons, which grew into what it is now. But the art is still hard. it is not an easy process for me, but it's worth it every time when I end up with something finished.
And so things just spontaneously come to you as you're...
Sometimes.
What is the process?
The process varies. I have a list of funny things that I've thought of or said accidentally or overheard. I used to write down things that people would say in karaoke bars because they were just absolutely ridiculous. And so I had this long list of things that could be used potentially. And then I would start drawing and try to match up what my character was saying with the list that I had. And sometimes they didn't match up at all. So, yeah, sometimes it started with character. Sometimes it started with the quote. Sometimes they met in the middle. My process is all over the place.
Oh, and that's creativity.
It is.
That's and you can't control that. It just comes from within. I get that because that's how I wrote books.
Yes.
It just comes from within. And you don't know when, where, why, or how sometimes. It just comes.
Right.
You know? So would you describe to the listeners your logo for Pithitude?
Oh, sure. The emu.
Yes.
Yes. Very grumpy looking bird. He became, well, Barb, who runs the showroom for me, often tells people that he was the first thing that I drew, and that was why he became our logo, which she totally made up. But she sticks to that story. So, tourists, I'm sorry, she lied to you. But I drew him in a karaoke bar in Spokane. Neat little place called Sweet Old Bob's, where no matter what you were singing, you were not allowed to cuss. Even if the lyrics of the song had cuss words in it, it was just not allowed.
Okay.
And my husband, Ace, is a terrific singer, and he loved karaoke. And while we were dating, we would go to these karaoke bars, and we had this great group of friends that we did this with. But I don't sing at all. So I would bring my colored pencils, and I would draw. And I was 3 cocktails in that night, and it was a creamsicle. Have you ever had a creamsicle?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Not vanilla, whipped cream flavored vodka, orange juice. Yeah. Half and half. Very good. So the emu came about that night, and it was just one of those inspired things. And because he needs no words to express, his I don't know.
So people can't see this. So
Right.
Can you describe the face, the hair, the colors? Can you just give a description? And then give, of course, your website address so
Okay.
people can go ahead and click on it
Okay.
and say, oh, this is what you're talking about.
Okay. So Pithitude.com is Pithitude.com. And he is a blue emu, and he has orange, angry eyes, and he's glaring at you. And anything that you would need to say that expresses your annoyance with something, he would be saying. That's the best I can do. Maybe you could give a better physical description.
I think his tossels, his as
His hair is pretty wild.
His hair is pretty wild. It's just pretty vibrant. It's a big picture of his head, mostly.
Yeah, he has no body.
He has no body, so it's just a picture of his head
And neck.
Yes. And I look at emu, and I think, oh my gosh, sarcasm. I think unexplainable joy, because you just start laughing at this creature.
That's true too.
It's like a Disneyland kind of creature that just sort of gets into your bones or something.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, so and then you mentioned a few minutes ago that your characters have words.
Yes, except for him.
Except for him. So Emu is pretty darn quiet. But you have something else in the making, and this is what I've been following, your comic strip.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about Donna Lake.
Okay, sure. So Donna Lake, some people think that she's a character I based off myself, which is not the case because I've never been a good corporate person. And Donna is a department head in a corporation. So what I'm doing with Donna is celebrating the women who are at this point in their careers. They're not to retirement yet, but they can see it in the distance. And they have been the glue that has been holding everything together for many years. And they've been doing it quietly. And they've been observing all the chaos that has been coming at them both from the corporate directions and from the staff who bring their real lives to work with them and cause all kinds of crazy things to happen. So she is my celebration for those women who have been doing that throughout their careers.
And she's not a human being.
She is.
But her caricature.
Well, okay, so her head is a third of the size of her body. So
There you go.
Okay, yeah, she has a big head, but all of her staff are different animals.
Yes.
And they each have their own personalities. My shirt that I'm wearing today shows off Finley, who is the neurotic goldfish. And
with big bulging eyes.
Yes, and a very worried expression.
Very worried expression. I love the eyelashes above. You know, the art is so cute. And then it looks like a smile / Okay, keep going.
Let's see. Her intern's name is Milo. That's a raccoon. She has a counterpart department head who is very competitive with her, whose name is... I forgot.
That's okay.
I totally forgot what his name is. He's a fox. And
we have a goldfish, a fox, a raccoon.
Yes. There is a shark that comes in for motivational speeches and a couple other characters. Oh, there's a penguin. There's a sloth. Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do is bring laughter and lightheartedness to some situations that are actually heavier in the subtext of what we're putting up with every day, and yet finding our way through leadership. And I just think that those women need to be recognized.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is absolutely wonderful and hilarious. So you have this comic strip. I'm going to call it an adult comic strip.
Yes.
About life and the characters in life and how we look at life and how we can have joy in moments.
Yes.
Through this.
Yes.
What's the hope with Donna Lake?
I definitely plan on putting her in a book or creating a book around her and her characters and her characters' personalities. And it's been really fun to do the weekly strip, and because unlike yourself, I don't think I could ever just sit down and write a book. So this way, I weekly am adding to that. And when I'm a year down the road, I'll have a nice chunk of something to work with.
Absolutely. Yeah. How can people follow Donna Lake?
Donna Lake has her own website, donnalake.com, spelled the normal way.
DONNA.
LAKE. Yes. And then she also is on Facebook and Instagram and Blue Sky. And you can follow her there. But there is a newsletter on donnalake.com that you can sign up and just get it in your email box.
I need to do that. I don't think I'm on that. Or maybe I am. I don't know. I get a few things from you, and I love them all.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the newsletter is a great way to go because it just automatically gets delivered to you, and then you don't have to worry about the algorithm skipping you.
Yeah. And I think you're so famous.
You think I'm famous?
I do. Not many people can do a comic strip with hilariousness. If that's a word?
Of course.
Hilariousness about life that we all experience and we can all relate to. That's what's so good about it. And the expressions on these faces of these characters, it's almost like an anime in my sense.
Okay.
Would you call it that?
I don't know. That is why I made her head so big, though, because I knew that a lot of the emotion was going to be carried by her facial expressions. Oh, and the fox's name is Parker.
Oh, there we go. Parker. Good. Now, I know that's some of the things that you're doing. I also know that you have printed shirts for our pickleball community. What other community people have you done some artwork and some shirts or mugs or whatever else you have?
Well, how about your radio station? I did those. There's several businesses in town that we put logos on for them to resell or for their staff. There's fishing charters that we work with and the Lions Club that we've worked with. And I'm always open to those kind of projects because it started not because I was looking for that type of business, but because I already had all the equipment since we were printing all of our own products on site. And a lot of local people would rather, not do it outside the community where they have to do it online. And because we're there and we can have those conversations with them face to face instead of having to figure out somebody's website
Right.
to order things online
And with
have them
that comes a draft. So you can do a draft pretty much on site for them. And then they can say, hey, yay or nay, or Tammy, can you do it this way? Can you do it that way?
Yep.
You know?
we can do
and
that.
That's all customized. That's personalized.
It is.
And do you do Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and anniversary gifts? Do you make things like for that? And
With photographs, yes. Yes. We have a huge business based on people's pet photos. So we put those on shirts and hoodies and tote bags and actually some pillows now too. So that comes up a lot. We're a dog town.
yes.
Yeah. Yes. So we do a lot of dog photos but we've done them with people too.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Good. You have talked about so many things here. The joy in moments. Mm-hmm. Is that an everyday thing for you, Tammy? Because your smile's always radiating.
Oh, thank you. I think it needs to be. I think that people sometimes don't give themselves permission to have joy when they're going through hard times, if they're feeling grief or pain or change. And they think that they need to finish that first before they are allowed to express joy. And I think it's super important for our health that we don't wait. Those moments can live within the bigger change periods, and it helps us heal physically. I mean, we all know that laughter heals. We've heard enough of the science to know that that's proven. But did you know that, well, we're 30 times more likely to laugh if we're with another person than if we're by ourselves. But the other thing that happens is the chemistry that is provoked during shared laughter. It also adds oxytocin, which makes you feel safer and more needed and bonded with that person. It puts their brains in sync and gives us that connection, which adds to our long-term health. It all matters, and it matters every day. So, I will share something very personal with you. Like a lot of stand-up comedians who rely on humor in their life, I have suffered from generalized depression since I was 14.
Oh, wow.
Off and on, to different degrees. But before I had this in my life, it was a lot harder to find my way through that. And I know that it resonates with other people.
Yes. And we all go through stuff.
Yeah, we all have stuff.
We all have stuff. Sometimes it's heavier than we even want. But,
Of course.
Like you just said, if 30% of us can laugh more with another person, that's what it's all about. No one's ever alone then, huh?
Right.
And you don't want to make yourself alone. You want to reach out. And this is where I think of you. You have reached out so much. You are becoming like this major people person every time I turn around and see you. Thank you for putting so much into our community.
Oh, thank you, Joni. I never thought of it that way. I think of myself as an introvert, but I also know that there's things that I need to do. So it's worth the challenge.
It's worth the challenge. Well, and you have your pot in your hands and everything there. I was going to, I want to come back to your artwork. You talked earlier that you carry the colored pencils into the karaoke bar. Ace does his thing singing, and here you are have you been into any karaoke bars lately to do some artwork?
No, it's been ages. It was a COVID thing. It was the fallout from COVID that really put a halt on that. And we've been married for almost 13 years now, and so like everybody else, we're getting a little bit older. We fall asleep too soon. Karaoke starts too late. We're all sleepy.
Oh, I can see it now. Pithitude is now having their own karaoke show beginning at
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
That might work.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun. Geez. Tammy, this has been absolutely fantastic. What are some final tips that you can leave our listeners with about joy in moments?
Find them every day and share them as much as you can.
Find them?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Everything is ridiculous. Yeah, just grin at somebody. You're in a community that appreciates that.
Awesome. And that's how you started.
Yeah, and the more that you do it, the more it'll come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So open a door for somebody. Put out that kindness.
Yeah.
Those were things you talked about.
It's easy.
Color carry colored pencils with you, sit somewhere and just start drawing and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
And then walk into Pithitudes and introduce yourself to Tammy. And I tell you, her smile will radiate you. Oh, Tammy, thank you for being here on KCIW. You've been a riot. You've been a riot. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Yes, we're on the gorgeous coast of Southern Oregon and Northern California, and we appreciate you being here in your joyously free manner. We hope that you've been inspired, challenged, and enjoyed some of the stories and tips and hopes from our wonderful friend, my wonderful friend, Tammy. You know what? As we move on for the day, I guess I want to give you high tens across the table. Those are high 10 pickleball. Oh, Tammy's also doing it. I want to thank the team here at KCIW, and that's Mike Gorse on the sound, Tom Bozak, Candace, and Rose for always making this happen. You know, we're aired on kciw.org, and it's available on KZZH in Humboldt County as well. I want to give a special thank out. This is so cool for me. Joyously Free, this radio show, now has 2 sponsors that help make this happen because this is a community radio show. So let's give a shout out to Steve Van Cleve up in Alaska and Sally and Todd Roy locally here for sponsoring Joyously Free. $250 for a year, and you sponsored us to make all this equipment and everything happen. Thank you so much. You know, if you're looking for my books, as usual, they're available at twosisterswriting.com, Barnes & Noble, anywhere they're sold online. They're around here in our libraries and our bookstores. And you can contact me at kciw.org, Facebook, or TikTok. And we know how to get a hold of Tammy now, too. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. So on behalf of KCIW, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. See you around town. Have a great, joyful day. Smile big and wear bright colors. Woohoo!